Wow, you had me convinced.
Oh, you look like you moved. You're still like your legs
No,
up.
I'm like, where's she going with this?
I'm just putting another prank on her.
That was good.
That's really funny.
We'll move on to the next one.
Great. Thank you, Jonathan. We had a couple technical difficulties. If you can just pick up from where we left off.
And so just to wrap up the ESSER one, the funding can, although the ESSER one grant is a FY '22 grant, we can actually extend any one of those programs through FY '24 using the ESSER three funds, which will become available to us in FY '22.
Mm-hmm.
So if you look at the ESSER two, it's basically a more significant amount of money. It's $1.7 million, and it's distributed with the same mechanism as the ESSER one, which is a proportion of the grant based on our Title I allocation. Same thing, specifically designed to respond to the impact of COVID-19 in a supplemental manner. The difference in terms of what the funds can be used for, they threw in some additional criteria that allow us to use it to improve school ventilation systems. And they said specifically unfinished teaching and learning, which means that they're going after learning loss. And that's what they're looking for in this grant. So Dr. Marcus. So if you look at it, the big thing about the ESSER two funding and where we're choosing to allocate that is an extended school day and extended school year offerings. Basically, if there's something a student needs, we're going to have something available for them. And it can be from academic interventions to social and emotional, to enrichment activities. I mean, just having some place to go to interact with your peers. I mean, it's all going to be there. This summer, I mean, the biggest constraint we have in what we're offering is just finding enough people to actually run all the programs that we're looking to offer. Summer school this year is free. It's going to be free next year. We've expanded the offerings so you can take a course even if you don't need to. If you want to just brush up or go after something new, the opportunity is there. We're also putting in what they call acceleration academies this year. An acceleration academy is where you target either for a week or for a month one specific topic, and it can be used for kids that are struggling or kids at the very top of the spectrum that want to take on some advanced coursework. We look at this as an opportunity to address learning loss and also potentially prep kid for an AP course. Also, we have music, we have athletics this summer, and we have tons of enrichment opportunities. When you look at the extended school day piece next year, we've actually worked out 15 plans where we actually have program plans already that we're going to run in addition to all the things we normally run. And that's where that athletic piece comes into the middle school. And that would be 4 different offerings, 3 times. So 3 different sessions, 4 offerings per session. It's just going to run every day. And that's something, if you think we don't listen to you
I know.
as a committee, we absolutely listen.
Yeah.
And I think all the different things you've been talking about, if you look through our program plans, you're going to find a little bit here, a little bit there.
Yeah.
So all those different options become available. The other thing that was mentioned by the principals is Gosnold. And even before the funds were allocated, when we saw that this potential was going to exist, we went to Gosnold and worked out what that might look like. And they're an educational support company, and they can provide us with licensed social workers. And the thing is, we went to them like months ago to work out the contracts, because if you tried to do it now, there is absolutely no chance. There isn't a school district on earth right now that's going to be able to find a social worker for next year. So we locked in all these things up front. And that's designed to supplement the work that we're already doing. You know, we're already going to have opportunities for our counselors to work after school with kids, to work during the school day, before school, whatever it takes. This just provides an additional professional layer outside of the school day So whatever you need, you're gonna be able to find it in our school district next year. The other thing is we did provide some additional supports, the BRIGHT program that was mentioned by the high school principal, Ms. Miller, TLC support in form of a BCBA and 2 RBTs to assist that person. And, you'll see the literacy and math specialists, which we talked about in the SOI, the SOA, that rounds out that particular piece. And, we are also looking at improving air quality in the elementary schools and potentially reducing some class sizes. So it's a lot of money, but I think we have a very solid plan. I can't even tell you the hours we've put into working out the details and where the correct allocation is. And then for every one of the allocations, working out a plan to implement, who's gonna do what, who's responsible for this, that, and what it's gonna look like next year. So I think we're in a great position for the first 2 ESSERs. We're waiting for the third to come in. I'd be more than happy to entertain any of your questions.
All right, that was super quick. We'll just go down. Can we just start down? Because I think we all, and I heard you.
No, he answered my question. You guys have the details all worked out in terms of how to implement it. That was mainly my question.
Okay, Anita.
I know we talked about it before, but I just want everybody to think of how you guys advertise this. People, the families and parents need to know especially for the summer programs, that's coming up fast. And for the after school, the extended, the kids need, whoever needs it should be able to get it. If we have the staff, but parents definitely need to know.
So, Mr. Ford, the work that you've done on this is amazing. I know that it took a lot of work with principals and other folks, so this is amazing. It's a lot of money. We had the opportunity to meet with union president to kind of share some of this great work, because I think it's important for us to share that information and get that out there. I heard, some questions from that perspective, and then with all of this coming into play, hopefully we're able to kind of communicate a little more and get that all ironed out.
Absolutely.
But this, to me, is inclusive of everybody, this plan, and I like seeing that we are not only just looking to help the students in need that are in a lot of, they need it. We've been talking about it all year, that we need to start providing more for not only those students, but there were students that perhaps weren't in need last year that now are in need. They just are, like this, looking at the survey results from the high school level, and the 2019 to now, the changes is sad, so we need to provide that, but also challenging the students that need to be challenged, I think is important too. So I think that you guys hit it on the mark with being inclusive of all students and everything that they need, and being able to advertise it, as she mentioned, is huge, because a lot of kids don't know, or families don't know, to take advantage of the stuff. So we're gonna have to work on that with communication. Katie?
No, I just think it's excellent, and pretty much what they all said,
Yeah.
thank you for doing this, and you can really tell that the students were a number 1 priority in this, and every student, and I can't thank you enough. I appreciate it.
No, it kind of piggybacks on what they had said about the getting information out there. Like the summer programs, I know some of it was planned for when the middle school comes along and the extracurriculars and stuff like that, but for the summer school programs, you obviously reach out to the students that need it, but reaching out and letting people know that kids can take those optional classes, or what types of stuff is going to be available in the summer, because I know the summer Nights of Summer program, you've already had to sign up for it. That's already been implemented. So if kids are going to do other stuff that's going to run concurrent, I don't know if it's going to run after, we need to come up with it sooner than later so they can let Feeney know, Mrs. Feeney know that there's extra spots that kids might drop out of it for other opportunities.
And so where we're at along those lines is
Yeah.
we've done the postings, and we've already received, applicants for people to work in the programs.
Yeah.
And we have one left. We're waiting on people to get back to us. But it's really, we're kind of shaking the bushes now to try to get people to fill in all the positions,
Yeah.
so we know exactly what we're gonna offer. We're not, in our plan, I can't even explain
Yeah.
the number of things which we planned.
Yeah.
We're gonna try to get everything out there. Not everything's gonna run, so,
Got a million moving parts
it
right
is,
there.
it is.
You
And
gotta-
we're not gonna be able to fill every single one of our positions.
Yeah.
But we're making good progress.
Yeah.
And I would anticipate next week starting to see the postings and notices going out to parents.
That's, I know my daughter herself has come home in 4th grader, hasn't had band all year.
Yep.
She comes home and goes, we're gonna have a, she doing the Nights of Summer, but we're gonna have something over the summer. I don't know if I can go to it. And then finally I go, where's the information? She goes, I don't know, but they told me it'd be after
coming.
school, afterwards, but no more details. I'm like, okay.
I'll give you the details real quick, is we've designed, Band the Run at the end of Nights of Summer for 2 grade levels.
Yeah.
So you can finish Nights of Summer, then just walk over to the high school and do an hour band.
Yeah, but she was afraid I was gonna get her into it, and I'm like, I gotta
Yeah.
find out, so.
So,
She's
so
very
that's-
excited about that.
that's coming. It's just working out the or the, all the little details with the, staffing.
Okay.
I mean, that's all the little problems, so.
Sounds good, thank you.
When, I know that these grants is a large sum of money that's incorporated with them all. When do they run out, like, when does the ESSER grant run out, what year?
So for, the first ESSER grant, we could have targeted for this year, for the end of this year, but we have a start date of 1 July. So that grant will go in, there's an amendment that'll go in, that I'm gonna put in on Friday, that ensures its purpose, like we just showed you. The ESSER 2 grant, I'm also gonna submit on Friday, and that will run through FY '22 and FY '23. The ESSER 3 grant, which is gonna be coming in, we're waiting for the allocation, although we can project what it's gonna be, and we're waiting for an actual detailed RFP, although I'm sure it's gonna look very similar to what you saw for the ESSER 2.
Okay.
And once we get that, that'll run all the way through FY '24.
Oh, good.
So the funding is there, and when you look at the ESSER 1 and ESSER 2, the ESSER 3 gives us the capacity to fund all those through for 3 years. At which point, there's some decisions we're gonna have to make. But,
Which is, that's what I'm going at.
Yeah.
It's, I love all the extras that we're getting right now, but they are extras, and so, when it runs out, it kind of runs out. So that would be something that would have to come back and be discussed.
And
One of
that
the things-
brings us to the vote that we're gonna have to do this evening as a school committee, because it is a large amount of money, that we're going to put that in the vote, where we're going to vote to support this and approve it in the way that it's structured, but also noting that that doesn't guarantee it gets rolled automatically into the budget when the grants run out. But if there's something that proves true, it's getting late, guys, this is what happens, then we know that that's something that we need to start planning in a triennial plan type environment and start communicating that to the town meeting folks and let them know that's coming into the budget. So that would be part of the vote tonight. So I guess,
Which vote would it,
so we're gonna vote to support and approve so this is a lot of FTEs. This is a lot of money and it's a lot of work that they put in. So what we talked about was, because it's so big and robust, and how many FTEs are we looking at?
so the FTE count for this particular grant is 12.5. And if you looked at it, there's either gonna be 9.5 or 5.5 positions that need to be sustained when this whole thing runs its course through FY '24.
So it's important for us, I felt, it's important for us to discuss, vote, and within that motion, be very clear that it doesn't guarantee that that's a lot of FTEs. And we don't generally create out of grants big things like this with that many FTEs, full-time employees.
You
No.
discussing it, or you want a motion?
I think if anybody, did everybody ask their questions?
I guess I just have one question. Are we required to, by virtue of the grant, are we required to assimilate them after the grant runs out?
No,
No?
this is designed to be supplemental in nature. So we can actually take the funding and then move things out of our budget and refund them
Right.
with this grant.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I'd like to make a motion that we approve the funding sources for the ESSER 1, 2, and 3 grants. Well, just the 2, ESSER, because we haven't got the funding for the third one
Okay,
yet.
yeah.
I'd like to make a motion that we approve the funding sources of the ESSER 1 and 2 grant until they expire, at which point those positions might not be filled, it may be filled. We have to figure out what we're gonna do with a budget, so.
second?
So wait a minute, that was a long, I just want to make sure we get that, no, because I just want to make sure we get that motion down correctly. So you said ESSER 1 and 2.
ESSER 1 and 2.
Not guaranteeing that
The
we would roll
positions.
those FTEs into the budget?
Yep.
Okay. I just want to make sure she gets that in the minutes correctly. You said second, Katie? Yes. Okay, so I'm going to start down here.
Aye.
In favor? Okay.
Yes.
Aye.
Yes.
All right. So, all right.
Thank you.
Thank you for all that work, guys.
Thank you, Mr. Ford.
Excellent.
Thank you, that
Well
is,
done.
And that goes hand in hand with the improvement plans that we just saw, so, and then I think if we have feedback on those for the improvement plans, folks, there's 30 days to provide feedback, so, go through and then funnel it through myself as the chair, and we don't go directly to the principals with that, so, if there's any feedback, I will collate that and put it together for the superintendent or the deputy superintendent to share with them. Okay, guys? All right. So that is that. Thank you again. That was supposed to be a 3-minute presentation that ended up getting crashed, which was funny. So,
who lost
Oh,
power?
what's the
only
odds?
that
Right, Dr. Marcus?
It was 3 minutes all in all.
All in all, yes. And then we have other matters, the high school building project update.
We haven't had a meeting, and we don't have one on the books.
Well, I have one for Thursday, but I
This
haven't.
Thursday?
Yeah, but I haven't received any information, so I think
I don't think so,
I just put it on because it was a
You
monthly.
just made it up.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
a monthly thing,
yeah,
so I think you're right.
yeah.
Interesting, okay.
Um,
So can I ask just a question, you guys, on the porta potties that are still at the high school? I know that we pay a fee for that,
I
so,
saw people using them today. Well, not
not you.
not me myself, but
I have a call into Mr. Donahue to find out why or how we haven't transitioned yet over to the bathroom. So I don't know if there was an issue. I know people were using the bathrooms, right, this weekend, so.
right. So this weekend the bathrooms were open.
Yeah,
So that's why I was
yeah, so.
today when I saw that there was a line out in front of the porta potties.
There
I
was a
know.
line, you saw the line of
I
the
saw
kids?
it when I was dropping
There was
off, and I
kids
was
out on the street, yeah.
I just didn't know what was going on, so I just kept on driving.
Yeah, I will have an answer to the committee tomorrow.
Yeah, because there's a fee incurred to rent those, so, we do have a bathroom, a facility that's working, we should probably return those if we can.
Yep.
Yeah, I think it would be
I'll look
better.
into
Plus,
it.
you have nice sinks and the
Oh, you can wash your hands and
Yeah.
everything from a, yeah, that's true. We really wanna,
hygiene.
yes, yes. So, okay, and then you'll ask whenever that mysterious meeting comes up about the sign.
I'll ask about, I did inquire about the sign, and I'd never followed up with it, so I will follow up again.
Oh, the electronic sign.
Yeah. That was
Yeah, we asked, you asked.
oh, but I sent an email as well, too.
Oh, you did,
I
good.
did, yeah.
Oh, and then the last thing is the window, from the snack
right.
shack can get broken by a ball while the games are going on, so I don't know if they have that on there. Since you guys haven't been meeting, you want to send an email or something.
Mhm.
If they're gonna put the cage over it like that, the bars over it or something.
I
so
know
don't
that
get
that
hit.
was talked about, so and
Okay.
it was brought up, so I'm not sure where that is either, but I will discuss that, because I did, also bring up, the Stoughton behind the field that always falls down, like the U and
Mhm.
the G and whatever. I just wanted to see, like, what they're up there with, because it fell down so quickly that I wanna make sure that,
Mhm.
we use Gorilla Glue or something.
Glue, that works really good.
I know.
It's really good. And then there's signs that are being put up, because I know that there was a notification that was going out to families or folks that utilize the outdoor facilities for no pets. You brought that to my attention today, so do we have any word on when the signs are going up around the track field and?
I will also get an answer for that. There were temporary signs that were, I thought, were
Really?
already up, cheap temporary kinds of things. So I don't know if those went away
Nothing.
or if they just never made it. But I'll speak to Ms. Husseini tomorrow morning.
There's like a rope, like when you go down on the turf, there's a rope, like with a.
Oh, right, yeah, and
The
they,
kids go through it and
they
get
go
stuck in
through it
it.
and they almost fall and crash it over.
Yes.
So why is that rope up, and is that gonna
I don't
be,
No.
No, I don't know.
He didn't do it.
Where is the rope?
I think there's supposed to be a gate.
And it's orange and black rope, we'll give it that. But,
I think it was supposed to be a gate there, so you know
Something.
where, the pergola thing
Yeah.
is, so, and you can go down into the field that way.
the
From the
cement
pergola,
steps.
yeah.
So right there, that area is roped off,
Okay,
but kids still come out there,
Okay.
and they have like sticks and bags.
Backpacks on and they crawl through the ropes.
They
and then
try to
get
crawl
stuck.
through and they get stuck, and
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it like a construction
No,
rope?
no, it's
gate?
like orange
I
and
believe it's supposed,
black,
yeah, it's just a
Rope.
regular, so that people
Someone
don't use it
tied
yet,
it up weird.
because I think there's supposed to be a gate there, but I don't know where the gate.
I think it's
Okay.
that, you know that section where the football team's supposed to come out onto the field, I believe it's the
Yeah.
cement steps.
Yeah,
That has like rope, looks like a tie, it's like like twisted, and
Okay.
it just, I think they tried to block it as good as they can,
okay.
but that too. I
got
think
it.
those are the key things that we know of that have come up before.
Okay,
And then I heard the bleachers make that buzzing sound that you heard about, Katie?
Mhm.
You
Yeah,
heard
they
it
make
too.
a buzzing sound.
Outside?
Yeah,
all the time or just when you're
No,
walking?
sometimes, but not, it's weird when it
I
happens.
think when it's like a little windy out, it goes zzz.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. It's,
Oh, they got a vibration?
It's like yeah, it's like a noise, like something is loose, like, I don't know.
The
Anyway,
Golden Gate Bridge used to sing
really?
the cables
And they would make the noise.
from the wind.
I'm writing
This is a
singing
fascinating
bleachers.
meeting.
Singing cables.
We have singing bleachers.
Yes.
Okay,
We just can't figure out the song yet. It's like name that tune, but we're trying. So, I don't
Right.
know.
I got a
Yeah.
lot of notes.
Sorry, guys, but I know those were the things we've been talking about for months, so.
There was
Yeah.
something else, but I can't think of it either. I'll go
Bathrooms
back and look at my
open,
emails.
so that was one of them.
Yeah.
I think that's it.
Okay.
Right.
The question will be this, I mean, all of this is punch list
Yeah.
material, so, and we don't, interestingly, now that I think about our meetings, we really don't run through the punch list.
No,
In other construction projects that I've been in, that's one of the standing agenda items. But we haven't done that, so let me talk to Dom about it and find out
okay.
how that works. Okay,
Punch list.
punch list.
Interesting. Interesting thing to call it.
That's when, like when you build a house and you go through it before you take the keys or sign it.
You punch
Sign on
everything
the
as you go
line.
in. Okay, so, the next, thank you, Katie and Dr. Marcus.
Sure.
The next item is correspondence.
I don't think we got anything.
Pause on that, and then I don't have, I think we, discussed everything, just looking super quick. I had provided the NASDAQ email information, the MASC information that I received via email, and, that is all I have. I did get a correspondence that I wanted to mention. I knew I had one, sorry, guys. I try not to print everything off to waste paper. So, did receive a correspondence from the SMAC board chair, John Stagnoni, and he wanted to advise us that Michael Hammond, SMAC station manager, had given the board of directors his resignation and would be leaving at the end of May. So they'll be advertising to look for a replacement soon, and just wanted to, I don't even know, sad, but, so just wanted to wish Mike Hammond, good luck, and, it's just, you know, that's a big loss, so, makes me sad. So anyway, so, there was that piece, and I wish them luck in trying to find someone to fill those big shoes.
He's been great to work with, so.
Yeah. Anyway, so, moving on from that, we have the acceptance of the meeting minutes from the April 27th meeting. Any-
Motion to approve the minutes, regular meeting minutes of April 27th, 2021.
Okay.
Second,
I'll take Anita's second. All in favor?
aye.
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 Wonderful. Those are the minutes. And that is the last item on the agenda, believe it or not, guys. So, with that being said, we're going to adjourn this meeting. We are going to go into executive session to discuss the paraprofessional negotiations and the acceptance of the executive session minutes from the March 23rd, 2021 meeting and the April 27th, 2021 meeting. We will not be coming back into public session. The next scheduled regular meeting will be May 25th, 2021.
Motion to go into executive session.
Second,
Okay, roll
Yes.
call. Great.
yes.
Yes,
Yes.
great. Thank you, guys. Thank you, everyone. Have a great evening. I'll see you soon.
Thank you.